back. So welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for like a whole freaking month, but I was just getting my life together. So definitely go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. To start with my brows, I'm going to use a soft brown as always, and I like to use this one as well as the brow wiz. So I'm just going to speed up the process. I'm not really going to go into detail about how I do my brows. So with my brows, I do have some spaces in between, and to fix that, I don't like using the dip brow. What I like to just use is the brow wiz. So I'm just going to go in with the brow wiz and try just to go and fill in those empty spaces. So the concealer that I like to use to clean up my brows, and also I use as a base for my eyeshadow, is this concealer right here. So I started using it because I started seeing a lot of people on Instagram use it to do a cut crease or just clean up, you know, their eyeshadow, anything like that. So I started using it and I really like it. I mean, there's a huge difference compared to the Tarte concealer, but I mean, if you're trying to be on a budget, this is your best option right here. So this is what I'm gonna use to clean up my brows and as well as use for my base. Now to prep my face, the two things that I'm using right now is NYX. This is a Honey Do Me Up. So it looks like this. Why isn't it focusing? There you go. So it looks like this and it smells pretty good. So I go with the little spatula and I just apply it all over my face. And what I do next is just with my hands rub it all. So it does leave my face feeling refreshing. And then now what I'm going to go with is a Smashbox primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my face as well. I'm just going to go ahead and do my eye off camera. So I'll be right back and I'll show you guys how to do it. So as you can see, I already finished doing my eyeshadow. I still need to obviously apply my lashes and do the bottom. But when I do my foundation, I'll do the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Prism palette. And the shades that we're going to go ahead and use is this one first. So I'm going to use this as my base. So I'm going in with the fluffy brush and I'm just going to go ahead and spread it all over my lid just as my base. Now for this next shadow, I'm going to go ahead and use this one right here. And this is more of a pinky tone to it. So I'm going to start off by using this as my transition color. And besides that color, I like to go ahead and mix it up with this other color from the Subculture palette. And it's this one right here. So I like using this shadow from the Subculture palette as well as the one from the Prism palette. So I just go ahead and blend that out, circular motion, and I just go ahead and drag it out. It's okay if it comes like too out. I always go ahead and clean it up afterwards. So I was going to show you guys the palette, and as I was lifting it up, I seen my hole now is in this shadow. What is life? But now I'm gonna go in with this shadow right here, which is Fudge, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe brush. I'll go ahead and leave the brushes down below of what I use. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of that shadow. And I know a lot of people don't like this palette because it does leave fallout and all over the palette, which it does, but you know what, I really like how they work, so it doesn't matter, it is what it is. As long as it's doing its job on my eyes, that's all that counts. So when applying this color, I don't want to bring it all the way up, I just want to bring it lower so I can see those three shadows. So now I'm gonna go in with the Prism palette, and I'm going in with this shade. I'm using this shade on my crease area. So with this shadow, I go in as windshield motion, and then afterwards I go in and start using circular motion to go and blend it all out. So now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the same one I used to clean my brows up. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that to do the cut crease. Because it is a very special day for you, you really want to be patient with your makeup. Don't rush it. So give yourself enough time to go ahead and do your makeup because it's very important. You're gonna be taking pictures, duh. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start by doing my cut crease. So for my crease area, I'm using this very light pink shimmer from the Jaclyn palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that all over my crease area. I'm using this shadow to go ahead and blend out the outer corner. So I'm using a small brush and just applying this shadow. So I start applying it at the end of my eye. So now for the last shadow, I'm gonna go in with this black shadow from the Prism palette. So I just go ahead and use the black shadow, and I start by adding it close to my lash line. So I just go ahead and drag it out. So for my inner corner, as always, I always go back to the Jaclyn palette, and I use this all the time because it just gives it that perfect inner corner highlight. So I'm going in with this shadow right here, and as you can see, I already hit pan on it. Now for foundation, I'm going in with the matte foundation, and as well as the Wet n Wild. I've been using these two combinations for like my everyday routine. They've practically been like my best friends so far. So I'm using these two right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that all over my face. So now for concealer, I'm using the same one I told you guys, and I'm using a Real Technique beauty blender. I got this one at TJ Maxx, and it works really good compared to the orange one that doesn't work at all. So I'm going in and blending that all out. Now for my under eyes, I'm going in with fudge and applying it underneath. So now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild, and it's a contouring palette. So I'm going in with this one, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm using that underneath my eyes to go ahead and set my concealer. So now to go ahead and bronze my face up, I'm using the darker shade from that palette from Wet n Wild. And I'm just using it to go ahead and warm up my face. Another bronzer I like to use is my favorite, the Too Faced one. So I'm going in and applying that all over my cheekbones. And on my forehead as well. So I'm going in with the Airspun, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply it on my cheekbones. So now for blush, I'm going in with Mellow Wine from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that on my cheekbones. So for highlight, I did want to use my Amrezy highlighter, but I feel like it just gives me sometimes texture, and I really don't want that for today's look. So I'm using more of a glow powder. I really like, you know, the Artist Couture collection, all their powders. I absolutely love them. So for this occasion, I'm using this one. It's very, very, very like golden. So it does have like a gold finish to it. So because it is glow powder, I feel like it doesn't give you a lot of texture on your face compared if I use the Amrezy highlighter. So I'm deciding to use this one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it all over. So before I do that, I'm gonna take off the setting powder, and I'm just going in and just applying it on my face. So I'm actually not dusting it off, I'm just setting it on my face. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go apply some Fix Spray, then I'll apply the glow powder. So I'm gonna apply Fix Spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and wait for it to dry. Once I'm done, I'm gonna go in with that glow powder and apply it as my highlight. Whatever is left on my brush, I go ahead and apply it on my forehead. And applying that on my lip. So what I did is just go and apply it all over your chest. And when you're out in the sun, you'll look very, very like glowy and just full of like life, if that makes sense. And I just like applying it. So I just lift up my shoulder and I kind of know where I want it to be. So for the lashes that I'll be using for today's look are the Makeup Shack lashes. These are in the style Giselle, and as you can see I already applied glue on them, so I'm waiting for them to dry. So now that my lashes are on, for lips I'm going in with Beeper. I'm going in with the Warm Bronze Lip Gloss, and like I said, you could go ahead and not use any at all if you're fine with how this looks, but I'm gonna go in and apply a lip gloss. So this is the final result for this prom look, and I won't only be doing one, I'll be doing another prom tutorial. I just don't know what exactly it'll be. I'm thinking of a smoky eye. But definitely let me know down below in the comments what you guys want to see, if it's a smoky eye or something else. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And besides that, I'll also be doing a Coachella festival look tutorial that I'll be doing next week. So I'm gonna go ahead, it's actually a collab for Instagram, but I'm gonna record it because I wanna be very extra with it, and because it is a full face compared to just the eyes collab like you usually see. It's a full face collab, so I really wanna go ahead and get very extra with it. So definitely go ahead and be on the lookout for those videos. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give me comments down below, suggestions, advice, or how I should improve, all of that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I'll leave all my social media down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.